So in the last class, we were doing planning as a function of management. Can somebody just summarize what we did in the last class? या अब तक सिर्फ planning का part? Tell me. Planning क्या होता है? Okay.
It's a long course process.
Future course of action based on past experience or future requirements. Yeah. And planning is a decision-making process. It is a continuous process. Okay. It's a continuous process. It's a decision-making process. There are different types of plan. The top level, the middle level, and the low level management. It makes plans. Okay. And that is known by different names. We have completed it. So you please revise it. Fine. Today we are going to deal organizing. Another function. ऑर्गेनाइज करने का क्या मतलब समझते हैं आप लोग? जस्ट एक बहुत बेसिक लेवल पे बताओ. मम्मी बोलती है ना शेल्फ ऑर्गेनाइज कर लो, बुक शेल्फ ऑर्गेनाइज कर लो,
एक प्रॉपर वे में अरेंज करना.
प्रॉपर वे में अरेंज करना. इफ योर मदर आस्क्स यू टू ऑर्गेनाइज योर रूम, व्हाट डज दैट मीन?
To arrange everything in proper manner clean and tidy.
बहुत ही जनरल आंसर दे दिया. थोड़ा सा तो मैनेजमेंट के रिस्पेक्ट में बोलो. What does she mean when she says that you need to organize your room? Your room must be having some clothes, books.
प्रॉपर अरेंजमेंट सब
maybe division of work.
Division of work. Okay. Proper क्या है? क्या होता है proper place पे रखना? जैसे ये लैपटॉप मैंने proper place पे रखा है कि नहीं, ये कैसे डिसाइड होगा?
वो लैपटॉप का प्लेस है वो प्रॉपर है. काम है वो सही.
मान लीजिए आपके रूम में 15 बुक्स हैं, ठीक है? There are 15 books in your room. तो प्रॉपर प्लेस एक हो सकता है कि आप एक ऊपर वाले शेल्फ पे एक किताब रखते हैं, एक बेड पे रखते हैं, एक खिड़की पे रखते हैं, एक टेबल पे रखते हैं, एक ड्रेसिंग टेबल के अंदर रख दें क्योंकि वो बुक तो यूज होती है. बुक शेल्फ पे रहती हैं और सारी बुक्स बुक शेल्फ में रहती हैं, राइट? व्हाट डज दिस मीन? दिस मीन्स that you have grouped things of similar types at one place. Understood? 15 books will be sorted at one place. All your clothes will be sorted at other place. Your uniform may be sorted with clothes or may be sorted in hanger because you need to wear it daily. So for easy access, you may keep it a little segregated. ड्रेसिंग टेबल का जो सामान होगा वो एक जगह पे हम ड्रेसिंग टेबल में रखते हैं. Why? We have grouped everything which is related to your dressing and you keep it in your dressing table. Understood? And this is something that we call organizing. Right? Organizing का meaning यही होता है. Grouping the similar activities together and making them into departments is called organizing. Say for example, you have come here for this. I have cited this example even in the previous classes, but this class it will make most sense. You come here for getting education. We come here for teaching purpose. Understood? What will happen if one day, every day you need to ask at the front desk, where do we need to sit today? One day you're supposed to sit here, one day on the first floor, one day on the second floor. Okay, we do not have a specified faculty room. We need to manage classes and we cannot have proper communication because we are not sitting or grouped together in a faculty room. You see the faculty room is here. You need to buy your uniform. You need to buy things of library. and you'll keep searching for library. अगर लाइब्रेरी में चीजें एक साथ सॉर्टेड ना हो आपकी बुक्स, तो आपको मार्केटिंग पढ़ना हो तो आप यहाँ से बुक लीजिए, फाइनेंस पढ़ना हो तो थर्ड फ्लोर से लीजिए, एचआर पढ़ना हो तो सेकंड फ्लोर से लीजिए. इज दिस does this not make chaos? This does,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So for ease of management or for effective management, see, this is very hard to imagine because this is a small building. Okay, this is a small building. You cannot understand the kind of chaos that it will cause if it is done at a larger level. For an office which is 6 floors, 7 floors, 10 floors, for a manufacturing plant where car is manufactured, medicine is manufactured, you can imagine in such a huge building, if things are not sorted, if things are not segregated, if things are not organized, if the similar activities are not grouped accordingly, the entire management will crumble. Understood? This is why organizing is important. आपने प्लान किया, मतलब आपने ये सोचा. I have already told you that these are 5 different functions of management, but they do not take a linear motion. They always take a circular motion, which means that one is interdependable on another, and we do not do it discretely. It's not that while organizing you're not planning. When we have made departments, different departments, this means that it is also a part of planning. So what exactly is organizing? Organizing का मतलब होता है कि आप सिमिलर एक्टिविटीज को ग्रुप कीजिए और ग्रुप करके एक जगह पे रखिए. When you group similar activities and keep it at one place, this will make your entire organization very, very orderly. This will keep your entire organization very, very, very orderly. Organize करने से का मतलब है कि आप एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चार्ट भी बनाते हैं. ऑर्गेनाइजिंग का ही पार्ट होता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का स्ट्रक्चर बनाना. ऑर्गेनाइजिंग का ही पार्ट होता है ऑर्गेनाइजिंग का स्ट्रक्चर बनाना. ऑर्गेनाइजिंग का कम्युनिकेशन, एवरीथिंग इज अ पार्ट ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजिंग. हाउ? आपको मालूम है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का जो लेवल होता है, या द काइंड ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, the kind of any organization depends upon it's how large that organization is. What is the philosophy of the organization? Okay, the organizing is a very interesting topic. We'll deal it in 2-3 classes. Organization का structure बनता है. जैसे यहाँ क्या structure है? There's director sir at the top, you know, उसके नीचे he is the top management. Then we have people in the middle management. Then we have people in the lower management, right? Then we have the non-management people like faculties, right? Faculties, it's on the same level, but they're not a part of management. They are a part of administrative management to a great extent, but running the organization is a different thing. Understood? So like that. Organizing तो organization में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्या होता है? ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का स्ट्रक्चर बनाना, डिपार्टमेंटलाइजेशन करना, डिपार्टमेंट्स बनाना. अंडरस्टूड? व्हाई इज मेकिंग डिपार्टमेंट इंपॉर्टेंट? आपको ये पता होगा, एचआर डिपार्टमेंट. आप किसी ऑफिस में अगर गए होंगे, यू मस्ट बी नोइंग एचआर डिपार्टमेंट होता है, प्रोडक्शन का डिपार्टमेंट होता है, मार्केटिंग का डिपार्टमेंट होता है. क्यों डिपार्टमेंट बनाया जाता है? व्हाट डू यू थिंक इज द बेसिस ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट? ओके, फॉर बेस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Best organization is a vague answer. He said that for ease of management, that could be one point. Others? Others? Online students? Tell me.
उनके हिसाब से काम बांटने के
उनके हिसाब से काम बांटने से, वर्क इफिशिएंसी से, सबका मोर और लेस सेम आंसर है। बीबीए जो लोग किए हैं थोड़ा सा उनसे हम आंसर एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं। एंड ही क्विकली,
Ma'am, maybe
so wearing a mask doesn't make you not hear what I said. Yes, tell me.
work in planned way.
Obviously, when such a big thing is done, departmentation is done, it is for working in a planned way. But how? See, if departments are not made, there would be a serious limit on the number of people who could work in the organization. Okay, when you have department, the biggest advantage of department is your specialization of work. Understood? ये समझ में आया अभी? What is the biggest basis or what is the biggest advantage of departmentation? That is the specialization of work. Similar kind of activities is grouped into one department. For example, the HR department, the HR people will be grouped into one department. Similarly, the production people will be grouped into one department. इससे specialization of work तो होता ही है. The other advantage that you come to have is you can have a limit on the number of subordinates in that department. Not just limit, but effective management of the number of subordinates who are present in that department. अब department नहीं है, 250 लोग काम कर रहे हैं, एक ऑफिस में 250 लोग हैं, काम कर रहे हैं, किसी को कुछ अता पता है कैसे मैनेज होगा वो? It's not easy. When you make departments and you group people working for a similar kind of activity into one group, what happens? You can have a chosen number of subordinates working under you, which is then easy for effective management. Okay? इसी में organizing में आपको एक word पढ़ना है, span of management. ये आगे वाले क्लासेस में बताएंगे. ठीक है? Understood? Now, this you understood. Next is, what is the advantage of specialization? Just now we discussed that departmentation gives you an advantage, and that advantage is advantage of specialization. How do you think that advantage of specialization works? Akash, please put your roll number. It's difficult to make your... have you got your roll number?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then please rename yourself. बोलिए.
Ma'am, for work efficiently.
This is a general answer, na? Working efficiently, obviously, specialization of work is working efficiently. See, the biggest advantage of organizing people into department is that not just your working efficiently is the ultimate purpose, okay? But we need to discuss how does it work efficiently. जब आपका specialization of work होता है, then there is a development of managers in that department, because that manager has to look at a narrow thing. Understood? He is more clear about what he has to deliver. He is also more clear about how he has to manage to steer the goals of all the people towards a common objective. Okay? The other thing is, don't you think that this advantage of departmentation also results in fixing of responsibility?
Yes.
It does? Anyone disagrees? अगर मैं कोई event organize कर रही हूँ and I have grouped you, like there are 3, 5, 12 people in class, okay? And if I group you into 3, there are 4 groups, and I divide the work, like one will be responsible for, suppose you're organizing a Teachers' Day function. One will be responsible for decorating the class, the other one will be responsible for buying the cake, the third one will be responsible for something else, and the fourth one will be there for something else. Don't you think your accountability will increase? काम बटा रहेगा तो आपकी accountability बढ़ी रहेगी. Otherwise, it will become very vague in the organization. Right? Now, when I talk about responsibility, organizing is also responsible. Wait. Organizing is also responsible for another thing which is known as authority responsibility relationship. क्या मतलब होता है इसका? सोच के बताइए, क्या मतलब हो सकता है? Authority, organizing or departmentation is one thing which is responsible for authority responsibility relationship. मतलब tell me, people from online classes.
According to the situation, you can take the decision.
According to situation, you can take the decision.
Yes.
No.
Decision making process. You should be manager in the post.
See, if there is, this means ki if there is somebody, okay, if there is an HR manager, if there is a production manager, and if I have assigned him, I mean, if the top management has assigned him a work to manage his team, then he is responsible for the end result, right? He's responsible for the end result. But उसको जिस तरीके का काम दिया गया है, according to him, he should also be given that authority. Power. Authority is the power that you can exercise or influence. Understood? अगर तुमको कुछ काम दिया गया, तुमको अगर 10 लोगों को मैनेज करने का काम दिया गया है और तुमको ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है तुम्हारी कि उन 10 लोगों से तुमको काम करवा करके एंड रिजल्ट देना है फाइनली, एंड इफ यू हैव नेवर बीन गिवन एन अथॉरिटी टू रिब्यूक देम, कि तुम जरा सा भी उनको डांट नहीं सकते हो, तुम जरा सा भी उनसे ओवर टाइम नहीं करवा सकते हो, तुम जरा सा भी उनको उनकी मर्जी के खिलाफ काम नहीं करवा सकते हो. Is it fair? No. If you are expected to deliver the responsibility, you are also delegated authority. Understood? ये कब होगा? ये तो तभी होगा जब आप ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे कि किसका काम क्या है. Understood? एक और चीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सी, so the first thing that we studied about organizing is, पहला पॉइंट है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का स्ट्रक्चर बनता है. आगे बताएंगे हम लाइन स्टाफ, लाइन मैनेजर, स्टाफ मैनेजर, ये सब बताएंगे हम. दूसरी चीजें हैं अथॉरिटी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी रिलेशनशिप बनता है. तीसरा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चार्ट. अंडरस्टूड? Then we talk about organization chart. What is the meaning of organization chart? Organization chart का मतलब होता है, जैसे देखो कोई सिंपल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, उसका एक सीईओ होगा, उसके नीचे सीईओ इज इन टॉप मैनेजमेंट, उसके नीचे भी कोई हो सकते हैं, उसके नीचे मिडिल लेवल मैनेजमेंट होगा, उसके नीचे लो लेवल मैनेजमेंट होगा, एंड देन देयर विल बी द ground level people.
Complete structure.
A complete structure. What is the use of that structure? Tell me.
हम आइडेंटिफाई कर लेंगे कि जो वर्क है वो.
सोचो, थोड़ा सा सोचो. You are studying communication? Ma'am is taking your communication classes. What have you studied till now? Types of communication have you studied? What are the types?
Types of communication.
Verbal or
Verbal or non-verbal.
Okay, and not other than that? Not
general
yet?
or business communication.
See, I'll tell you. आप पढ़ रहे हैं कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चार्ट क्यों जरूरी होता है?
Information exchange होता है.
Good. हाँ.
Sequence wise.
तुम तो कह रहे हो कि इंफॉर्मेशन एक्सचेंज होना, एक्सचेंज इज ऑलवेज both sided, right? Both sided, and you are saying that top to middle and middle to bottom. This is what you are saying.
Lower to middle, middle to higher. If any complex arising in the company, the lower manager should talk with the higher, top middle manager. Then forward to top manager, or you can say top level.
You think that there is a need for communication in the organization only when there is a problem?
Proper functioning.
And does the communication flow from top to bottom and then middle and middle to bottom? Bittu, your name is Bittu, right? तो flow करता है? Sometimes. See, I'll tell you the kind of organization chart. पहले हमने बात की organization chart में. देखो, डिटेल्स हम अगले क्लास में पढ़ाएंगे. इस क्लास में बहुत ऊपर तुम लोग समझो कि ऑर्गेनाइजिंग क्या होता है. तुमको भी एक एग्जांपल दिया कि एक छोटी सी कंपनी है, मान लो कि पटना की छोटी सी कंपनी है, तो वहां एक मैनेजर होंगे, सीनियर मैनेजर होंगे, टॉप मैनेजर होंगे, दैट्स इट. बट फॉर एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन व्हिच इज एज ह्यूज एज रिलायंस, एज ह्यूज एज गोदरेज, गोदरेज का बहुत सारा प्रोडक्ट्स आता है, गोदरेज का इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स है, गोदरेज का टॉयलेटरीज है, गोदरेज का फर्नीचर है, गोदरेज के हाँ है. You think that one manager can see electronics also, and the same level manager can look at?
No, ma'am.
It's not possible. The entire thing will get chaotic. It is very huge. That is why हम अगले क्लास में तुम लोग को, इस क्लास में सिर्फ समझो कि ऑर्गेनाइजिंग क्या होता है. अगले क्लास में I'll tell you कि बेसिस क्या होता है डिपार्टमेंटेशन का. हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए एक ही बेसिस सूट नहीं करता है. Then we can haven't you heard, अगर आप देखेंगे तो वाइस प्रेसिडेंट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, ठीक है, then you will see वाइस प्रेसिडेंट हाँ इंटीरियर. हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल? तो उसमें तो डिपार्टमेंटेशन अलग तरीके से होगा, तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चार्ट उसका अलग बनेगा. Nowadays जनरली आप जापानीज कंपनी की तरफ जहां देखेंगे, जापानीज कंपनी का स्ट्रक्चर अगर आप देखेंगे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चार्ट का, दे आर मोस्टली फोकस्ड ऑन फ्लैट स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ फ्लैट स्ट्रक्चर एंड टॉल स्ट्रक्चर? टॉल स्ट्रक्चर जिसमें बहुत सारा हायरार्कियल लेवल होता है. ओके, बहुत सारा हायरार्कियल लेवल होता है, दैट इज नोन एज टॉल स्ट्रक्चर. मतलब you have this, then you have this, then you have this. But flat structure means there are more people at the same level. Flat होने से फायदा क्या है? The communication is faster. And then the other thing, one more advantage of this. Go and wash your eyes. Go. Go. Want to go out? Okay. Okay. Great. Okay.
कुछ लिखाएगा तो नहीं.
Organization chart में, when you have a clarity of organization chart, means organized है. What does this mean? This means that there is a clear communication, there is a clear reporting. ठीक है, हेनरी फ्योल का जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव थियरी पढ़ोगे अभी आगे, उसमें 14 पॉइंट्स है, जिसमें से एक है स्केलर कमांड और सुपरविजन वगैरह भी है उसमें. आपको ये पता होना चाहिए whom to report. देयर इज अ क्लैरिटी कि आपने अपना काम किया. अब सोचो कि तुमने अपना प्रोजेक्ट वर्क बनाया, there is a last date for your project work, otherwise you lose out on your marks. You go to some teacher, they say this is not my work. You go to some other teacher, they'll also keep procrastinating कि ये मेरा काम नहीं है, जाके वहां देखो, वहां पे एक सर होंगे, उनसे साइन करा लेना. वहां तुम जाओगे, वो सर बोलेंगे अभी हम आते हैं बाहर से घूम के, रुक जाओ. ये उसको दे रहा है, ये उसको दे रहा है. There is no clarity of supervision. If this is so, the entire work gets delayed and this becomes very, very chaotic in the organization. आप ये छोटे से लेवल पे मत समझिए, 2-2.5 लाख लोगों के स्तर पे इस बात को समझने की कोशिश कीजिए. If there is no clear cut, there's no clear cut direction of whom to report, it will cause a delay in your work and a loss of efficiency. Okay, and a loss of efficiency. Also, organization structure is very, very important for proper flow of communication. An organization where there is no proper flow of communication is an organization which is less efficient. और जो अच्छी organization होती है, उनका flow of communication बहुत fast होता है. What needs to be done by the employees is properly directed. और तुम्हारा थोड़ा डाउट क्लियर कर देते हैं हम, जो तुम बोले सिर्फ ऊपर से नीचे कम्युनिकेशन फ्लो होता है. See, this is why I asked you whether you have studied communication or not. Upward communication, this is communication, okay? Upward communication, downward communication. इसके अलावा भी कोई सुने? This is vertical communication.
ये
Diagonal communication and बोलो, जोर से बोलो. Someone was saying it right. Horizontal. Horizontal communication. ये एक rectangle है. Diagonal कहाँ है इसका? BDAC. ये diagonal है, ये diagonal है. ठीक है, चलो ये समझ में आता है. देखो, this you know, downward communication क्या होगा ये?
B2C.
Okay.
Top to middle, middle to lower.
हाँ वही. Top to middle and middle to lower. What is the form of this kind of communication? Form in the sense कि ऊपर वाले यानी ऊपर की मैनेजमेंट लेवल अगर मिडिल को और मिडिल वाले मैनेजमेंट लेवल अगर बॉटम को कम्युनिकेट कर रहे हैं, this kind of communication mostly comes in the form of commands, authority, right? This kind of communication mostly takes form in the form of command, right? What is upward communication? Request. Okay.
Reporting.
Okay. And reporting. Problem solving. Any other point? आप लोग बताइए. आप लोग बताइए. Tell me. Please participate. Otherwise, the class will become very boring. Small level planning. अच्छा. See, this kind of communication पहले जब आप theories पढ़ेंगे ना, मैनेजमेंट की theories पढ़ेंगे, अभी आगे की क्लासेस में आपको approaches to management पढ़ाएंगे हम, उसमें पता चलेगा कि this was the most common form of communication, downward communication. ऊपर से नीचे communication flow करता है in the form of authority and commands. But these days, owing to the complexity of business and owing to how the dynamics of business has changed, even the bottom level people are very, very valued. Why they are valued? Because, see, does this top management, does the top management of this college know about you people as much as I do?
No.
No. Why? Because I am more interactive with you. Every alternate day I come to class, I teach you. So अगर किसी स्टूडेंट को कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो वो डायरेक्टली मुझसे आके बोलेगा या बोलेगी कि मुझे ये प्रॉब्लम है, नहीं समझ में आता है, या कोई और प्रॉब्लम है academics related. So if the top management has to make any plan, ये फिलॉसफी होती है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की, ठीक है, ये डिपेंड करता है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के टॉप मैनेजमेंट की क्या फिलॉसफी है, या आप फोर्स नहीं कर सकते। द टॉप मैनेजमेंट ऑफन रन्स विद अ फिलॉसफी। जैसे टाटा की अपनी फिलॉसफी है, टाटा इज एन टाटा ग्रुप इज एन इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट ग्रुप, राइट, लेकिन they keep employees very happy, they do a lot of welfare for people, and people are very happy working in Tata. On the contrary, Reliance is a big company, okay, lekin that is hugely into profit making, okay, and the employees are also Reliance maybe that has a pure corporate culture, pure corporate culture, okay. Now this depends upon the philosophy. जैसे किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में देखिए, क्यों फिलॉसफी हम समझा रहे हैं सर, जब कोई मेन प्रोडक्ट बनता है ना ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का, तो उसका बाई प्रोडक्ट भी बनता है। जैसे कि अगर टेक्सटाइल की इंडस्ट्री है, टेक्सटाइल का कंपनी है, फैब्रिक बना रहा है और उसमें कॉटन की जरूरत पड़ रही है, द वीविंग इज डन थ्रू कॉटन, और कॉटन एज बाय प्रोडक्ट बच जाता है, ठीक है, बच जाता है। तो जो टॉप मैनेजमेंट है उसकी फिलॉसफी यहाँ देखने लायक होती है कि वो क्या चाहते हैं कि उस बाय प्रोडक्ट का बहुत कम कॉस्ट में टेडी बेयर्स बना करके मार्केट में एक नया बिजनेस स्टार्ट करते हैं। द कंपनी इज आल्सो सेलिंग अ टेडी बेयर, राइट। जैसे वीआईपी का जो लेदर बचा, उससे आप छोटा छोटा क्लच बना के either you can sell it off at some price, or you can give it at a very discounted price, or you can give it for free during seasons. This is something that depends upon the top philosophy of the organization. Now, coming back to what we were discussing, you have time, right? Coming back to what we were discussing, upward communication is also very important and very valued these days in the organization. Okay, because the supervisors, the lower level managers, they are more in contact with the actual people and people where the rules and regulations are implemented and the follow up they take from them. And if there is any kind of problems they are facing in adapting to the new change or a fresh change in the organization, ग्राउंड लेवल पे क्या प्रॉब्लम है ये टॉप मैनेजमेंट को अपने चेंबर में पता नहीं चल सकता है। एंड फॉर एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टू सक्सीड एंड टू मेक रियल पॉलिसीज, रियलिस्टिक प्लानिंग, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट द एक्चुअल रिपोर्ट फ्रॉम द ग्राउंड मस्ट रीच द टॉप मैनेजमेंट। दिस इज व्हाई दिस अपवर्ड कम्युनिकेशन इज very valued. Now, what will be the form of upward communication? किस फॉर्म में होगा upward communication? अभी बोला किसी ने रिपोर्टिंग इज राइट। ओके, सजेशन, वेरी गुड। फीडबैक, रिपोर्टिंग, सजेशन, recommendations, permissions, इस फॉर्म में upward communication flow करता है। How will this communication flow? Only after you have a proper organization structure, right? तुमको अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम होगा तो तुम कंपनी के सीईओ के पास तो नहीं चले जाओगे, तुम अपने सुपरवाइजर को, इमीडिएट सुपरवाइजर जो है उनके पास ही रिपोर्ट करोगे। How do you know that you have to report to them? Because there is a proper organization structure, and that is made to make this point very clear to you that you need to report to this manager. Similarly, he needs to report to some other manager. And that is how the organization remains organized. both in terms of work and in communication. Understood? What is horizontal communication?
मैम अपने कलीग से जो बात की,
Communication at the same level is called horizontal communication, like production manager talking to HR manager, the manager, not to senior manager. When you're talking at the same level, like your peer group, that is known as horizontal communication. This kind of communication is very important in order to redress a problem and to discuss what's going on at the same level. Okay? What is diagonal communication? From figure, you made it clear that BD
मैम
and
डायगोनल
AC.
कम्युनिकेशन हम लोग
मैंने
आउट ऑफ द
levels to
कंपनी बात
clients.
करते हैं, जैसे क्लाइंट से डिस्कस कर रहे हैं.
Client से discuss.
जस्ट फॉर एग्जांपल क्लाइंट ने फोन किया मुझे एचआर से बात करना है, मैंने रिसीव किया तो मैं एचआर को ये ज्वाइन करूंगा कि आप बात करें. ये एक तरह का डायगोनल कम्युनिकेशन.
And any other answer?
One department to another department, like finance to HR.
Inter-department. What were you saying?
Managerial levels to clients level.
Okay. Any other answer? Horizontal communication is the kind of communication. Sorry, diagonal communication is the kind of communication which surpasses any boundaries in the organization. This kind of communication is known as diagonal communication. For example, मतलब कोई बाउंड्री नहीं है. जैसे आपको अपवर्ड कम्युनिकेशन में डिफाइंड है कि द फ्लो ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन विल ऑलवेज बी फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम. In downward communication, so upward communication from bottom to top, downward communication is top to bottom. Horizontal communication at the same level, and diagonal communication when it crosses the boundary in the organization. For example, एक सुपरवाइजर को ये बोला गया, एक सुपरवाइजर जो होता है वो प्रोडक्शन लाइन को मॉनिटर करता है और वो देखता है कि वहां पर कितने काम ठीक से चल रहा है कि नहीं. When a supervisor gives report or talks to the marketing department and informs them about the number of units produced in a month, and at the same time he is talking to HR department also to report about of a performance appraisal of people working in under him, workers working under him. एक मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट में आपने फोन किया, मार्केटिंग के हेड को बताया आपने कि नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स व्हिच आर प्रोड्यूस्ड इन 1 month, and the second thing is you're talking to HR manager, managerial level, and you're informing him about regarding performance appraisal of people working under him. दोनों अलग अलग लेवल हैं, both are at different levels. This is known as diagonal communication. Okay, diagonal communication is often considered to be a communication means which will fasten up communication and make the entire management system very, very effective. Okay, now this much थोड़ा लमसम आप लोगों को समझ में आ रहा है कि ऑर्गेनाइजिंग क्या होती है. You group similar activities together and then you segregate them, make departments for easy and effective management. Understood? चलिए ऑर्गेनाइजिंग को आज क्लास में यहीं तक रखिए. Next class में we will start with the detailed study of organizing. Today we will discuss two terms. I just want to see if you are clear with this concept or not. क्योंकि ये टर्म आपको बार बार आएगा अभी पढ़ने में. पूरा PGDM में you will study it in any subject that you study. So you need to keep your concept clear regarding this. What is this? What is this? Efficient. Have you read it in some other PGDM classes? No.
Yes, communication. Communication and process.
Yes, you have heard this word, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the difference between the two? ये आप बराबर सुनेंगे अभी जब पूरा PGDM में मैनेजमेंट में effective, efficient. But there are students who pass the entire MBA, entire PGDM, but their concept is not clear. So you tell me what is effective and what is efficient. What do you mean by this?
Effectiveness.
You just think once you think. You take 30 seconds, you think, and then you answer me. Or if you want to explain it to me through some example, you can do that also.
मतलब कितना वो काम कर रहा है और एफिशिएंट मतलब अगर कोई रूल पास किया गया तो वो कितना उसका जरूरत है.
Simply means that effective means how many you produce, and efficient means how to produce.
Efficient का ठीक बोले, effective गलत है. बताओ.
Effective का मतलब कि पूरा प्रभाव
समझ में आया तो तुम हिंदी में भी बता सकते हो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं.
इसका असर क्या होगा?
ठीक है.
कितना
Efficient मतलब
नहीं, वो कितना कुशल है.
who said? That is the answer, right? Now I'll explain it to you. Wait. See, कौन कुशल है, क्या कुशल होगा, क्या बात हो रही है क्लास में? कौन कुशल है बताओ.
ये कौन सा कुशल है?
There is an industrial area. Okay, there is an industrial area. There are factories in industrial area, and that is mostly situated very away from cities. There is a road from, and the organization that I'm talking about is XYZ company. Say there is an XYZ company in that industrial area. That company, it offers transport facilities to its people. Okay. Now, there is a location from where 4 people come. There are 4 workers that come to that company XYZ from a particular location. That location is 20 kilometers off from that factory. The distance is 20 kilometers. The company is a well-to-do company. It has a bus and it has bus facilities and it has car facilities also for its pickup and drop. There are no other passengers, there are no other workers, no employee on that road, except for what happened? What happened?
Not saying
No, you're not saying anything, but you're not concentrating in the class either. Okay. So that organization will give you bus or car. What do you think the organization should use? What? A car or a bus for that route? उस 4 लोगों के अलावा कोई नहीं आना है. बताइए. Is there anyone who's saying bus?
Bus is very costly
Okay.
and time taking.
First give me answer. बताओ किसी का आंसर है बस? नहीं है? किसी का नहीं है? ठीक है? The choice, see.
XYZ company which types of product produce?
नहीं, that is what have you to do with that? Nothing. तुमको उससे क्या करना है? हमारा तो एक क्वेश्चन है सिंपल सा कि कार से जाना चाहिए कि बस यूज करना चाहिए. क्यों ये क्वेश्चन आया? प्लानिंग में हम लोगों ने पढ़ा था कि हम प्लान कब करते हैं? When we have decision, when we need to take decision. Why we are taking decision? क्योंकि we have car also and we have bus also. We have options. हम दोनों यूज कर सकते हैं. पर we chose car over bus. This is effective. Doing the right thing. समझ में आया बात? Doing the right thing is effective. Now, आपने ये चूज कर लिया कि car is the right choice for us. क्यों? जो तुमने बताया, टाइम लेगा, कॉस्टली है, एवरीथिंग. Now, the car to operate at full efficiency, you need to see कि वो कार न्यू हो. आप वो चीजें देखेंगे, कुछ कुछ चीजें उससे रिलेटेड, कि वो कार न्यू हो, ड्राइवर का घर भी उस रूट पे होता हो, so that your cost, passengers, there are 4 passengers and you'll prefer a driver जो उस रूट पे होता हो. उसके अलावा भी you will prefer a driver who is young over a person who is at the verge of retirement. Why? His eyesight will be better, his reflex system will be better. You will prefer a new car, वो कम पेट्रोल खाएगी, उसका मेंटेनेंस कॉस्ट कम होगा, right? All these things fall into the category of making your effective decision efficient. ये जो आपने सब डिसाइड किया कार के बारे में, ये हुआ efficiency. समझ में आई बात? No, you could not get it. Effective का मतलब होता है doing the right thing, and efficient का मतलब होता है doing the things right. जैसे आपने PGDM का कोर्स चूज किया, और भी ऑप्शंस होंगे. आप जिस बैकग्राउंड से हैं, बीकॉम के बाद you could go for MCom or you could go for some other courses. जो आर्ट्स के हैं वो MA कर लेते, but you chose PGDM. This is the most effective decision for you, the right? Now you study in PGDM, you get knowledge in PGDM, you get placement or you qualify an exam. आप मेहनत करेंगे तो आपकी efficiency बढ़ेगी, तब आप अपनी effective decision को efficient बना पाएंगे. You getting my point now? Effective और efficient का difference समझ में आया? Effective is doing the right thing and efficient means doing the things right. These are 2 words that you will use in the entire PGDM course.
हम शॉर्टली इन दोनों को मतलब किस तरह से डिफाइन कर सकते हैं?
I defined it.
मैम ये तो समझ में आ गया, लेकिन अब हर किसी को ये बोलेंगे तो it might not, that might be possible that वो नहीं समझे.
समझाइए आप एग्जाम्पल लेके, फिर जैसे मैंने आपको गाड़ी का एग्जाम्पल लेके समझाया, ओके? लेकिन इसका एक्चुअल मतलब इतना ही होता है, ठीक है? आपको समझ में आया कि नहीं? अब आप समझा देंगे. Okay, thank you, students.
Thank you.